The report says infant mortality in Bolton is 50% higher than the rest of the country. It blames a number of factors, including smoking among mothers, a high number of teenage pregnancies and a high immigrant population. But the report also criticises the town's maternity unit. It says there aren't enough staff and doctors, and there are only 2 intensive care beds where at least 4 are needed. Consultants want urgent action to be taken to solve the problem.
Police in Cheshire say that a car which crashed in Nantwich today, killing the 2 men inside, had earlier been pursued by one of their patrol vehicles. The car hit a house on London Road in the early hours of this morning. It had been followed by police after being seen driving erratically in the town centre. A police spokesman said that at the time of the crash, officers had lost sight of it. The men who died were in their 20s and lived in Crewe. The jury at Manchester Crown Court, hearing the case of 6 people accused of the murder of Suzanne Capper, has been told that 3 attempts were made to set the teenager on fire. Suzanne was found badly burned by the side of a main road in Stockport after allegedly being doused in petrol and set alight. The prosecution allege she'd been subjected to a week of torture before being dumped. Details were also given of police interviews with one of the defendants. All 6 deny murder. Rugby League, and after only 13 minutes of tonight's match between Wigan and Bradford Northern, play was abandoned because of fog, with Northern leading 4-2. And that's it. There'll be news and sport from around the region at 5:15 tomorrow afternoon on BBC1. But for now, I'll say goodnight, have a good weekend. Here's Penny Tranter with the weather.
Good evening. It's going to be a very cold weekend indeed right across the country, and we're also going to have problems with patchy freezing fog and wintry weather coming into eastern England later tomorrow and again on Sunday. But today across Europe, it was very cold in central and eastern areas, with temperatures in Moscow as low as -13 degrees, and Glasgow was warmer than Amsterdam and Paris, where temperatures were just 3 degrees. Now that very cold air is going to move into the Low Countries and Germany during tomorrow, and then make its way westwards into central parts of England and central Scotland by the early part of next week. So if anything during the next few days, it is going to become increasingly colder. Today, the warmest places were in the north, Lossiemouth and Belfast, both seeing double figures, but Newcastle and Leeds just 4 and 3 degrees respectively. At the present time, we already have a frost over much of England and Wales and Scotland, and by the end of the night, we're going to have a very severe frost in many parts, with temperatures as low as -6 degrees. Now, this is going to lead to icy patches on many untreated roads, particularly in eastern Scotland, much of England and Wales. And we're also going to see further freezing fog patches causing a problem in northeast England and also East Anglia. So some nasty driving conditions around for the rest of tonight. Tomorrow we'll continue to see the winds coming in from the east or southeast, and also this cold front bringing in cloud into parts of East Anglia tomorrow, bringing some patchy rain from the word go. Elsewhere it will be dry and fairly bright, particularly in western parts of the country, the best of the sunshine likely in Scotland and Wales. But as we go through into the afternoon, that patchy rain in the east pushing its way into the Midlands, central southern England, and we'll start to see wintry showers coming into East Anglia, southeast England, and perhaps the odd snow flurry into northeast England and also eastern Scotland. Some snow showers coming into East Anglia after dark, giving a small settling of snow during tomorrow night. A very cold day right across the country. Temperatures in Northern Ireland and Scotland, their highest around 8 to 9 degrees. That's the weather for now. Good evening.
Saturday night on BBC1.
On this week's house party, do we have a gunging? Are Smashy and Nicey my special guests, and am I the most popular person on British television?
Oh, yes.
Oh, no. At 7:30, another big break for Jim and John. At 8, there's drama in Casualty.
George Tanner, 21, the driver in a single vehicle RTA.
At 9:10, problems for Jonathan in Harry.
What are you after, John?
Something to write other than this poem to the life and times of Walter D.
Then don't bother. You are off it.
At 10, there's all the action from 2 top games in Match of the Day. Saturday night on BBC1.
And now a multi-Oscar-winning film for Friday night on BBC1, featuring the combined talents of 2 of the movie world's biggest names.
Out of the endless desert rode a man with a mission.
Clive James, on a quest to discover the real Cairo. In the largest Islamic city in the world, the mysteries of the East mingle with Western traditions, leaving Clive pondering Cairo's oldest question, Why did they do it?
If they were trying to preserve their precious bodies from thieves, why did they do everything except stick a neon sign on top of the pyramid saying, "Secretly buried here"?
Clive James, Postcard from Cairo, Sunday at 10 on BBC1.
The she-devil is back. Dennis Waterman.
My wife creates havoc and destruction all around her. She destroys everybody's happiness.
Patricia Hodge.
Heal me. Love me. Live with me.
Julie T. Wallace.
I was not embarrassed my husband in front of his parents. I must play the good wife.
The Life and Loves of a She-Devil, beginning Monday at 10:15 on BBC1.
And Sex is the name of the game over on BBC2. In just under 5 minutes, two women set out to find an example of the world's most endangered species, a perfect partner. And now on BBC1 to take us into the night, a double helping of horror with our old friend, Dr. Terror.
Good evening, and a warm welcome to the Vault of Horror. Do you know, by now, almost every holiday in the calendar has been used for a slasher movie. Just for the record, Burns Night and the Queen's official birthday are still free, so the way is open for you to revitalise the British film industry. Our red letter day for tonight is April Fool's Day, in which that familiar parade of plasticky American teenagers repair to an isolated island and are inventively slaughtered one by one. Well, such dreary fools deserve no better. But this film has a few tricks up its screenplay guaranteed to baffle and astound even the most cynical viewer. I love DIY.